Tam, what are you doing?
Trying to find a Pokemon.
Oh my God, the show's about to start.
Hi, Tam Wrigley here, and thanks for coming back to watch this week's episode of The 1 O'Clock Show. On today's episode, we have everyone's favourite breakfast radio host, BarRat, from 91.9 CFM, and Australia's Queen of Shoes, Tracey Mathers. This week, we're talking about the global phenomenon, which is Pokémon Go. We also talk about being childless. Does it make you less of a woman? Parenting? Has it gone too far? And a whole lot more. So grab yourself a wine, kick off those shoes, sit back and enjoy this week's show. So cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Friday.
Cheers.
Happy 5 o'clock.
Cheers,
Fantastic.
ladies.
Happy 1 o'clock.
Would it be wrong to neck it?
What?
Would it be wrong to neck
I was
it?
going to say, are you swearing at me?
No, I'll sip it, ladies.
What's neck it mean?
just down in one shot, like skull.
I dare you.
No, I don't want to
Because
be.
you know what? Your answer's going to be more interesting
know.
if you neck it.
I don't want to be the first person to be spewing on this show. So,
not
Tam,
you,
that's
not
your
the fake flowers.
Yeah, ruling the gear.
Please don't.
Oh, so welcome to the show, Tracey Mathers. How exciting. You've come up
Thank
from
you.
Brisbane today to join us on the
Absolutely.
glorious Sunshine Coast. And BarRat from CFM.
Travelled from Budrum to be here today.
I don't know how you coped.
I
Travel
had
with
snacks
adventure.
in the car. It was great.
Lunch bag.
Yeah, lunch bag, yeah.
So Trace, tell us a little bit about you, because you've actually hung up the Mathers shoe hat this week. Which
I
is
have.
a bit exciting.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Tam, I've been in retail for 35 years, and 25 years of that has been my own retail shoe stores in Brisbane and Gold Coast. And I've had an absolute ball. But I think it's just time for a change for me now. I'm going in a new direction, doing some mentoring and things like that, and just seeing what other opportunities come up.
Is that
So
business
pretty
mentoring?
exciting. Yeah, business and personal life. So just sort of helping people to find their why in life, and being there throughout the journey for them to make sure that they action it and put it all in place.
Yeah, excellent.
So
And
exciting times.
BarRat.
I'm just glad I took my shoes off so you could judge what I had. I knew that you would have an opinion.
I'm just glad I've got a cold.
Yeah. Well, that
And I
bad.
can't smell your feet.
Drink up.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you've been on 91.9 CFM, BarRat and Jess, for 3 years now.
3 years we've been doing the beast that is the BarRat and Jess show, and thoroughly loving it. Yeah, it's great fun. I get to work with a great human being in Jess, and we just get on and just we're ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're very lucky that our boss lets us do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Very lucky. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I'm sure today is going to be a very entertaining show. So let's
Well, after
kick off.
this, yeah.
Absolutely.
Catching cheating boyfriends, stumbling across dead bodies, and advertising one's service as a professional Pokémon Go trainer. All this in less than a week since the launch of the virtual meets real world app Pokémon Go, and the stories it has sparked are kookier than the names of the critters its fans are trying to catch. BarRat,
Yes.
Pokemon Go.
Oh, God.
Go.
Okay, so it's been out for a week. I think Australia, we're one of only 3 countries that have it, and everyone has just gone nuts for this thing. If you don't know what it is, it's an app on your phone. You go out to the real world, and you've got to collect these things. Pokemon. I'm not on it, but my God, on the show, on our breakfast show, we've been speaking about it. the amount of people that are actually injuring themselves because they're just constantly looking at their phone trying to find it. We spoke about it the other day on the show. There was a guy who actually in America got stabbed while he was out collecting these Pokemons, and instead of going to hospital, he continued his search for Pokemon and went to the hospital the morning after because he was that committed to the game.
Oh my God.
Gotta
So
love
here's some stats, here's some facts. So since Pokemon has obviously been around for 21 years, but 7th of July, Pokemon Go went global. Well, it went to Australia, New Zealand,
America.
Japan and America. I think next week it gets released to the rest of the globe. But Nintendo has risen by $10 billion in the last 7 days because of this Pokemon Go.
I actually think their shares, I was reading the other day that their shares in 4 days, I think they went from, I think it was something like 13,000 yen. They jumped to 24,000 yen in a 4-day period, which, that's just phenomenal.
It's amazing.
It's a lot of
how clever is that? How clever is that marketing?
Yeah, I know. And I think it's saved Nintendo because they really haven't had much since Sonic the Hedgehog. And
Mario
and stuff.
Kart?
Yeah, Mario Kart. I love that. But yeah, just this one little concept, and everyone has just taken to it, and to go up in value in such a short amount of time. I mean, you're a business lady.
Oh, do you know the other thing that I think is just so fantastic? I'm really technically challenged, and it's one of my greatest fears that I'm just really going to be left behind because all this stuff is happening so fast, and these kids, like I've got young nieces and nephews, and they're just not scared of anything. They just pick up phones and computers at 2 years of age, and they just seem to know naturally how to do it all and everything. So my big fear is that I get left behind. But I look at the opportunities that companies have done to get in on this, and people like what's the chocolate guy? He's got the cafes, the chocolate.
The Max Brenner.
Max Brenner.
Yeah.
So what he's done is he's actually gone now and bought animals. And apparently it is causing an absolute huge thing in his stores because people are coming to his stores to be able to get these animals in their phones.
Oh, wow.
And, so a lot of cafes and things like that have jumped on board. So I just love the fact that, businesses are looking at these opportunities. They're going, okay, well, Nintendo, you've done an amazing job with this. How can I now commercialise this for my own business and make it good for me?
There's a guy, I think now, who's charging $100 an hour to teach you how to be a Pokemon Go
Really?
catcher.
How do people think of this stuff so quickly?
Entrepreneur.
There's a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant in Melbourne, who will offer you 30% off your meal if you can prove that you've caught these rare and hard to find Pokemons. So, everyone's doing it.
What is it about the game, though, that has attracted such a global phenomenon?
Well, I was reading a story about this health guru from Sydney who was saying it's actually a great thing because people are getting out and about and people are actually getting active, and her brother hadn't been very active whatsoever, opposite to her, and in 1 week alone had walked 72 kilometres just searching for that. So I don't know, maybe it's getting people up and people are getting out there and thinking, oh wow, we've got a world.
That's what they're saying, isn't it? That it's such a healthy thing for kids now because instead of wanting to sit and play a computer game, they're actually walking the streets to catch these animals or whatever they're doing.
But they're still looking at their screens. They're copping injuries from doing it.
I think there's been on the news this week a massive car pile up on the United States in Massachusetts because a man stopped in the middle of the freeway to catch a rare Pikachu, which caused a 5-car pile up. People have
well, people are smashing their heads just on desks and stuff, just trying to catch them.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's wild, but good on them.
Fantastic. Yeah, imagine though, because China, it obviously
wish I had Nintendo shares.
Yes, exactly. Damn it! We would have that a week ago.
Day one, we should have jumped on board.
Rewind. If you could only rewind your life back a week.
Exactly. Sliding doors moments,
we'd all be retiring for good.
Have you got Pokemon Go on your?
No. I've just got Snapchat, so I'm about 3 years behind the curve.
You don't even have Facebook.
No, I've deleted Facebook. I was over that, so no, I have no interest. I'm happy to lead my Pokemon Go life through others and judge them from a distance.
Well, Andrea Leadsom, the woman who until this week was Britain's potential future Prime Minister, seems to be worried about Theresa May's ability to care. Miss Leadsom commented that she was more directly involved in the future of the UK because she had children, while Theresa May had none. I know you've got to
makes so much sense.
Being a childless woman yourself,
Yes, it makes
What
so
are your
much
thoughts?
sense.
I'm offended you didn't ask me.
Oh, look, I mean, I just can't believe. I mean, like, to me, that's just. I mean, it's just it's stupidity, isn't it? I mean, there's so many amazing women out there, and I don't think that you need to be judged on whether you have or you haven't got children, or whether you're blonde or you're brunette, or this is where I think it just gets down to the fact that I just wish people would start to look at people for what they've got to offer, to look at their, their qualities,
Yeah.
what they bring to the table, and you actually can get somewhere on your merit, not be criticised because what you don't have or you do have, and that sort of thing. So I was just blown away. I mean, I thought she handled it so. I thought that Theresa May handled it so incredibly well.
Yeah.
And sarcastically, she well and truly put her in a place, didn't she?
Yes.
But yeah, no, look, I mean, I've never had kids, and it does amaze me the amount of people who want to question you as to why. I have a lot of people, and they say, oh, and you and your husband got children, and I say no, and they go, oh, you poor thing, couldn't you have them?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, so they're already assuming.
Oh,
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wow.
So, I just think that, it's a private thing, and I just think, choices are there for people, and I just don't think you should be, there's no way that that you are not going to be able to run a country because you don't have children. I mean, I've got so many friends with kids, and they always contact me and say, listen, I'm really having trouble with my 11-year-old son or my 11-year-old daughter. Would you be able to come and have a little chat to them? Because I've been working with people my whole life, they want me to come and have a chat to them and see if I can help them just to sort their thoughts and that sort of thing out. And now I haven't been a mum, but it doesn't mean that I'm not human. I don't understand people.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I think that's what she was really saying, wasn't it? She says you don't get people because you haven't had children.
Yeah, or you don't get the mother type of families, I guess.
So that view of the world.
Yeah. I think she would have put an enormous amount of women offside, and men, offside by, that.
What a stupid statement to make.
It was a silly statement, absolutely.
And on the flip side, there's never attention on men, and that's never asked if you've got children.
True.
There won't be a
that's
judgment.
right.
It is.
Why do you
what
think
I
that
find.
is?
We're just more relaxed.
Yeah, look at you.
We don't really care. We're just there, whatever, guys. Make an opinion, make a decision, let's go. Yeah. No, I honestly, don't know why, but there is never that focus on, oh man, okay, do you have a child? I've never copped that. So
Yeah,
I
if you don't have
think
children, then you can't run the country.
Julia Gillard copped a bit of that too, didn't she, when she was in charge of the joint?
Was she?
Yeah,
Did she?
yeah, because she doesn't have children.
Yeah, she
probably
did
did because she
actually.
was
You're
right.
right.
And she's
Yeah,
not.
no.
Yeah. So rang the
she
situation
did.
something completely different. But
She did.
and she lives in a non-married relationship
Yes,
too, so she
that's
copped
right.
it too. Yeah.
Not the fact that she may be a extremely intelligent woman, but because you don't have a husband, you don't have children, then you can't run a country.
Yeah, I just don't know when we're going to get into the next century and we're just going to be able to, put people in positions on their merits.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter whether they're female, male,
Yeah, when are we going to launch out of this female-male battle for in
Don't ask
society?
me. Oh, I've got no idea.
And also, I think a lot of it comes down to, a tall poppy that we seem to have terribly in Australia.
Yeah.
You go over to America and, people from Australia, they say, oh, they're so up themselves, those Americans. They're confident.
Yes.
That's what confidence looks like.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got nothing to do with that.
Don't mistake, being a bitch or being confident for being up themselves as confidence.
Exactly.
And that's another thing that sounds. But ladies cop a lot of that. If you're headstrong, you're
You're a
sometimes perceived as being a bitch.
Ooh, big time.
Yeah.
Been called
Yeah.
that a few times in my working life.
I'm the same,
Absolutely.
because I run a corporate business outside of the show, and because I can put my show hat on and be fun and but when it comes to my business, I am very down the line, very black and white, and very headstrong. Because it's it's my business, and you can be perceived as, well, what a bitch, but no, I've got a business to run. I've got a multi-million-dollar empire.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm here to make friends. I'm here to make coin.
Yeah.
And you have an opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. We all have an opinion.
Yeah.
So, we don't want to be squashed on it, do we?
No.
We want to be able to just put it forward.
A Sydney woman reveals she slept in the same bed as her mother until she was 19 and only stopped because she left home. It began after the parents separated when she was only 4 years old, and the mother and daughter had to share a room after moving in with their grandparents. The woman claims she was raised by her mother with healthy boundaries. BarRat, is sleeping with your mum
Wow, this
healthy
is...
behaviour?
Oh, right, okay. Shouldn't have paused when you said that, because, this is the story about the 19-year-old.
Yes, who I think when her parents separated when she was about 4, and they had to move in with the grandma.
It was out of necessity, wasn't it?
It was out of necessity.
Yeah.
She slept with her mum, but still does it like at 19.
Yeah.
She still sleeps with her. And to the point where
The husband
when
gets
the mother
boot.
comes to sleep
Yeah.
now, the husband gets the couch and the two of them healthy parenting.
First of all, to the husband, grow some balls. Just say no. Fold out the bed. Like, seriously? Come on.
Mother-in-law, know your place.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, geez, he's a pussy. Look, it's a difficult one. Is it weird? Yes. Why is it weird? It's because maybe we're not used to it and we don't understand it. It's great that there's a family bond, and obviously it happened from a very early age, and when the parents split up, it was a good coping mechanism maybe for the daughter to sleep with the mother. And it's I suppose nice that it has continued to this day, but at 19, 20, like when she was still doing that, I think in the story she was going out partying and then coming back and cozying up with mum. So I was like, mum, bit of a spoon, you know.
Yeah,
like,
how am I going to be bringing the boyfriend home?
I know. Boyfriend might have enjoyed that. It's like maybe, but I think there is a time for it to let it go.
Yeah.
To move on. Your mum might just be on the couch. The husband might be next to you. She's still there. I think you have to sort of acknowledge the moment and go, all right, it was fine for when you were young, but now it's a moment. Maybe let go. Maybe let go.
Cut that tie.
Yeah.
Because isn't there legally an age where you can't sleep with your children anymore?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I think there is.
Yeah,
Is
right.
there? Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard that before. But also, I think in Italy, it is a different culture. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you got to look at the different cultures. But when I read that story, I think the big thing was that the mother had got divorced, and they'd had to move in with the grandmother. And there was only one bedroom.
Yeah.
So they had to actually share a bed. They didn't really have a choice,
survival,
did they?
was it?
So, but then when the grandmother died, I think the grandfather died first, and then the three of them used to sleep together.
In the same room.
Yeah.
And then when the grandmother died and she had the choice of having her own room, she still chose to stay with the mum. But I guess, I mean, maybe you're just so used to it. It's just,
But it's just.
I mean, it is weird.
Yeah. And
It's not something I'd want to do,
No,
but
at 19 or
Yeah, but when
24
I
now.
guess
then-
whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, but when she comes to visit, it's like just the husband getting kicked
Yeah,
out.
I don't understand
Yes,
that.
I've got to go spoon my mother tonight. You need the couch.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Mum,
Yeah,
come
don't
on,
understand that.
she's fine, she'll cope, she'll be fine.
Poor old Victoria Beckham has copped a lashing this week also because she's put a photo on Instagram giving her 5-year-old a
kiss
peck
on the lips.
kiss on the lips.
Wasn't it?
And the outrage from people, the comments that I've received, she's received, is some of them saying, it's strange to kiss your parents on the lips. We need to stop saying to other people it isn't. Some people have said, some even branded them pervy and lesbians. One person wrote, ew, sorry, I'm old-fashioned. It looks like they're making out.
Oh.
And I mean, they're just pecking. And another one adds, why the are you kissing your daughter on the mouth?
Yeah, right.
Don't hold back whoever they are.
Yeah.
Should we, what's everyone's thoughts on this?
No, nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
No.
It's a beautiful.
It's not like she's sticking her tongue down her
Nah.
daughter's throat. They're just having an innocent.
But you know what?
peck.
Love doesn't have to be sexual. I mean,
No.
love is kissing, cuddling, and I just think it's beautiful that you can have a relationship with your child like that. I don't think there's anything weird about it at all.
And the ones who are thinking that it is sexual, they're the ones that are actually got something going wrong with them because, you look at a simple picture and if you're thinking, oh, it's a sexual photo of a daughter and a mum kissing, it's not.
No.
It's as you said, it's just love.
Yeah.
It's pure love.
I mean, I do it too. I've got my 12-year-old and, I'll often, we'll snuggle on the bed watching, she loves Pretty Little Liars. So, snuggle on the bed watching a show with her. And, if in that
They're
moment.
special moments, aren't they?
You know, I'll always whisper to her, you know, I love you, or, you know,
Yeah.
give me, you know, we kiss on the lips all the time.
Yeah.
And we were kissing just before, and it wasn't sexual
No,
whatsoever.
no,
At least from my end.
Well, when
like
you
10.
stuck the tongue in, it was a little
I
weird.
got a bit excited.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
How did I miss that? Where was I? How did I miss that?
Get in the red blinds.
Again, it was the makeup and hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, so I don't, you know, people just
Yeah, no.
want to pick fault with people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, everyone just wants to pull everything apart, don't they? Instead of just looking at something and going, how beautiful, they just want to tear it apart and make something ugly out of it, don't they?
Yeah. It is that time of the day that we love so much here on the 1 o'clock show. It is Never Have I Ever. You're getting a panel.
Oh,
I have.
God, I'm going to go horrible in this, aren't I?
I'm very nervous
Oh.
about this one. Thank you. I have never.
Yeah, so we're going to ask you some questions and you have to answer truthfully.
Okay.
And if you've got a great little story that goes along with it, we do like to hear that as well.
I'm going to follow your lead.
You could get yourself in big
Yeah, I
trouble.
know. Yeah.
Never have I ever played strip poker.
Oh, God.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never.
I
Have
have,
you?
yeah. One story that comes to mind is we were doing a Croatia trip, so it's like a bus tour, but on the water around Croatia and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were blind. We've never met these people before, but we were absolutely blind. I mean, whatever happens in the water. And we decided to do that, and not only did we all end up nude, we all ended up jumping in the water, going for a swim, and then forgetting how blind we were and needing to be rescued from it.
Naked.
So, yeah, naked. And that's hard. Like, when someone's winching you in and you're nude, it's just like... So,
What do they grab onto?
well, I was thankful.
I just throw the rope in.
Yeah. He didn't need the rescue rope. Hey, ladies, am I right? Yeah. So, yeah, I have.
Oh dear. Never have I ever, well, this was probably you then. Never have I ever gone commando.
Oh,
Never, Trace.
No.
Never gone commando. I have.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
yeah.
I love being Bra and Nicholas.
Do you?
Yeah.
So just around the house, you mean?
I can go out with no undies on.
And you all needed to hear that one.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
No, I'm fine.
Are you okay?
Well, yeah. I've got no undies
He's
on
like,
now.
where are you going
Yeah,
next?
where are you? No, I go jock free all the time. I'm jock free right now.
Not on my couch, please.
Yeah. I'm just hoping the fly doesn't come undone. Yeah, no, all the time.
Do you? Love
Yeah.
it? Free balling? Let it all hang out?
Yeah, well, preferably not all out. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Never have I ever
I
accidentally said, I love you to someone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've never. Really?
Done that all
No.
the time.
I told it to Trace as soon as I walked in.
Yeah.
I met her for the first time.
Exactly.
Love you.
That love you too, darling.
Just don't plash on the screen. Never have I accidentally sworn on radio or on TV.
Oh, well,
Have you?
I've sworn accidentally, yeah.
I have.
But once.
Well, I've never been on radio or TV, but I have certainly sworn in situations where I absolutely shouldn't have.
Yeah.
So,
You have.
yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, most definitely.
Just
and you know
accidentally
when you
just comes
just
out?
want to take it
Yes, back.
straight back, and it's always the F-bomb
Yeah.
or something
Mm.
really bad,
Yeah.
you know? And I've thought, and all I can hear is my mother going, tacky.
Yes.
Your mum would have said a lot
Tacky.
that about me. So it was, wow. Yeah. No, I like 20 years in radio, I probably have done it twice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I've got
air,
a,
like?
yeah, on air.
What
Like,
word?
it was the F-bomb.
Really?
But it was actually, it was when you know, sometimes when your mouth doesn't work and then it just slips out. I was meant to say something else, but it came out instead. And you can't recover from that, so you just press on. We got no complaints and it was all good. So.
Got no complaints?
Yeah.
Did you get in
So
trouble?
you just pressed
No,
on, you didn't
just
actually
pressed on.
stop and
No.
say, "Ooh,
No.
sorry."
It's weird because I have got a weird mouth. Your mum would have hated me.
No,
but
she wouldn't. She
I've
actually had the biggest
got
gutter mouth.
yeah, I swear like a trooper. But it's funny when you go on the radio when the mics are on, you just go, all right, yeah, you don't.
Yes.
Don't do that. But yeah, just a couple of times.
Yeah.
Not a
When
bad
you
time.
first started on radio, were you really concerned that you would do that a lot?
Yeah, and then you start overthinking everything and you sound like
Yeah.
a robot.
Then it becomes dangerous.
Yeah.
So you're going to chill and not
let it
worry
go,
about it, go
yeah.
with the flow.
It's worse when you're hungover though. Those days.
Did you do that on breakfast radio or was it afternoon? Like, was it a...
No, it was just an afternoon show
Right.
like, when I was by myself, so I couldn't even blame anyone.
Who was that?
fault. Yeah, so
said that?
completely my fault.
Yeah.
Damn.
Never have... Never
Own
have. Sorry, own it.
Yeah,
own
own
it.
it.
Yeah. Never have I ever Googled myself.
Oh, and I Googled you last night.
Were
Is
you
that
impressed?
weird?
Yeah.
Was that weird?
Yeah. No. Oh, flattered actually. No. Did you really?
Well, I wanted to know whether your name was real.
And what did
I
you
was
get?
thinking BarRat.
Yeah.
You know.
And what did you get? Like when you wrote?
Oh, just that
typed in-
you're a stud muffin.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you, Tam?
I've Googled myself. Yeah.
A lot?
Not a lot. I Googled it because my daughter come home from school the other day and they had to Google at school their parents. So Michaela's put me in. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
They had to do something at school where, you had to Google your parents, I guess.
That could be really embarrassing,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Oh.
Well, so Michaela's obviously put my name in and there's just a truckload of stuff that's, come up with, this, and all of the kids were like surprised. Oh my God, your mum's like, so young and your mum's like this and that. And so I went, I wonder what they're looking at. So, what have I got out there?
Yeah. I've seen some of that stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's
Wow.
my,
Oh, I think
secret
occasionally
files.
you get on there just to make sure there's nothing, too bad or, whatever.
I do it daily.
Do you?
No. I've done it a couple of times.
Just to
but-
boost your Google
Well,
presence.
yeah, exactly. No, there's actually a guy, I think, who plays football in England, or used to, who has the same, like my real name's Adam Barrett, who's Adam Barrett. So the first search results of him, I was like, yeah, cash in on that. That's me.
Yeah.
So,
What do you play out?
He's gone all right in life, let me tell you. He's gone all right.
On your tail string.
Yeah.
Have you found anything bad, Trace?
No.
No.
No. Oh, God, I'm an angel.
Oh, no. I didn't think
I'm
there'd be
just
anything
an
bad
angel.
about you out there.
Google it tomorrow.
Yeah. After BarRat's been on.
Yeah.
Never have I ever waxed part of my body.
Oh.
Have you?
Yeah.
What part?
Everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, I've done it a lot. So, it's an experimental phase, yeah. It hurts
Did you do
a
it
lot.
yourself or did you have
No,
someone
I had
do it
someone
you?
for me. It didn't help. It hurt still. I tried like the undercarriage
hairy
area.
chest?
No, I've got no hair.
Okay.
I'm very hairless.
Yeah.
So, but I wouldn't do it again. Like,
So you actually went to a beautician and
no,
paid-
home job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Was that awkward? Having
yeah,
that
a little-
area done?
No, well, yeah, it was back then. Yes.
Was it a girl or a guy?
It was a
that did
girl.
it?
It was a girl. And then we made sweet, passionate love.
When he was bald as a badger.
Yeah. I had to
Happy ending.
Yeah. I had a giant ice pack which put her off for a while. But yeah, so I've waxed, and yeah, I
Would I
wouldn't do it
say
again. Yeah, it did. Nah. So yeah, I've done.
What made you want to wax down there?
To make it look bigger.
Was it hidden behind all the hair?
And yeah. So I was going with that theory for a while, and then it was waxed, and it didn't. It just no, they're just grooming, and I tend to now be well maintained down in that area, but I don't wax.
Manscaping.
I do a lot of a bit of
Manscaping.
manscaping. Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why?
I won't ask you to flop it out and give us a look.
No. It's just, I did it for the show. I just had to. No.
I'm glad you said that because that's so much worse than what I said. That's fantastic. I feel better now. I was having one of those, oh my God, I can't believe I said that moment.
Trace, have you done anything unusual other than the
No.
armpits and legs?
And this show.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Tan?
I don't have back hair or anything like that.
I do
have
under
to
the
look
armpits, but I don't do anything
Does
other
it?
than that. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I was honest, guys. Yeah.
That was a good chair. Good chair.
Yeah, I'm going to sit the rest of this round out.
Never have I ever broken something at a friend's house and not told them.
No.
No, I've never.
Mm.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have?
Yeah, it was my grandparents broke a statue in their backyard when we were playing football. It was a really expensive statue
Wasn't it a
too.
penis that you had to glue back on?
No, yeah.
Do a bit of manscaping.
Yeah, manscaping on that. Yeah, football knocked the head off the statue, and we were just absolutely shitting ourselves telling our grandparents. So we just stuck it on, and then we left, and
You didn't tell
I'm
them?
sure he found out.
So
But,
was anything ever said or you don't remember?
No, never spoke about it.
Really?
Ever. Nah, never.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
So-
Have you told them yet?
no.
Oh, well, they're about to find out.
Yeah. They don't have YouTube. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah.
Never have I ever cheated on a test. Oh, Trace. Not so good
Do you
after
know
all.
when it was? It was in divinity, which is religion at
Oh.
school.
Is that what religion
It was
I was going to say
called
was called back then.
It
but
was divinity. Yeah, that's
yeah,
a bit rude.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just how old do you think I am?
You know, oh, under 40.
It's always a safe bet.
Yeah, no, divinity. And I'll never forget it. We had this gorgeous, because I went to a Church of England school. So back then it was run by nuns. And we had this gorgeous little nun, and she was only about 3 foot tall. So, you know, it was back in the days, you're too young. You're too young. But we had we had these desks that you used to lift up and you'd put all your books in the desk. Anyway, she used to sit down and her little chin would just be on the desk because that was how little she was. Anyway, and she used to snooze, like she was always tired. So, you know, she'd do the whole snoozing during divinity, you know, class and exams. So we used to like up the desk and check our answers.
Oh, wow.
Write it. And then we'd have to go, don't, you know, not good.
Don't look.
No, actually, I don't think we ever thought about the consequences until afterwards. But yeah,
Never have I ever smoked marijuana.
Oh.
I have.
No, yeah.
Have you never, Trace?
no, and I've got a story for that
Yeah.
too. My nickname is Bambi
Right.
for this very reason. So I think we were about 17 or 18. We went to a party and we've walked in. My mother had dropped us off. We walked in and I said, "What's that smell?" And all my friends are going, "Are you serious? Like, are you kidding me?" And I'm like, "No, what is that smell?" And they're like, "That's marijuana." I'm like, "Oh my God, drugs. I have to ring my mother. I have to go home. Oh my God, I'm going to go to jail. Oh my God, I have to ring my mother. I've got to get out of here."
Brilliant.
So,
Yeah.
so then
I know, yeah.
from then on, I was nicknamed Bambi.
Really? Oh, no.
And I really deserved it, didn't I?
And that was the only encounter.
I know.
That was your last drug
Yeah.
encounter.
It was.
Really?
Well, no one felt comfortable smoking it around you.
Obviously not.
Narc.
Obviously not. Exactly.
Never have I ever texted a nude selfie or dirty text to the wrong person.
I can honestly say no.
Really?
Never.
Yeah, I've never either.
Do you know what?
boring.
I would never in a gazillion years put anything out there to that cyber world because I reckon, look at the amount of times it bites people on the arse. Look at all the people that get, you know, not even their phones stolen. I don't even know how they get into it to get that information. But I'm like, no way.
Have you ever sexted?
No.
No?
No.
Sexted?
No.
No.
I once shot, and this was back when VHS tapes were still big. So we decided to, you know, film the session.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then we look back at it, and we weren't camera experts, so for the whole video, it was just my ass going back and forth to the screen, and that was it. And it wasn't very sexy, as you could imagine. So I kind of finished that there. It was horrific. Yeah. So no, and
did you pull it out and like delete it?
yeah, burnt it. Just burnt it. Demons be gone. So no. So and yeah, that was about 20 years ago. So no.
You didn't sit down and eyes going, really? That's what
No,
it
it
looks
was-
like having sex?
Even it was gross. It was just
Were you disappointed?
very, very, very disappointed. Not as much as the girlfriend at the time was. Yeah.
Oh my
Horrible.
Actually, manscaped at the time.
Yeah, no, I hadn't back then. So it's just a whole bunch of ass and hair going back, and it's like, that's not good.
Oh my God. Thank you guys so
That's
much
all
for
right.
being on the show
No
today.
problems. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much.
Great to meet
Have
you.
a great
Yeah.
weekend.
I
Thanks
will,
for
don't worry.
oversharing.
Yeah.
BarRat.
Well, you know, it's the confidence juice.
Oh, brings it out in people.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. Thanks, Trace.
Thank you so much. Great to see you.
Yeah.
Good
Hope you
fun.
had fun.
You're alive.
You're judging me, aren't you? So judging me.
I'm so not judging you.
Thanks for watching another great episode of The 1 O'Clock Show, and a big thank you to BarRat from 91.9 CFM and Tracey Mathers for joining me on the couch this week. Be sure to jump on and like The 1 O'Clock Show on Facebook, subscribe to The 1 O'Clock Show on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Until next Friday, all that's left to do is pour yourself another wine and have a fabulous week ahead.